offense here. They are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield off the play fake. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And he works free. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Mayfield on play action. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
The kick by Lambeau is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 41, Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And Gordon's got it. Touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking 1st down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. And this one too low.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Landry now on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine. He used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have a memento to take back to the sideline.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. These two teams getting a couple of late-season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Mayfield looks to throw. Being chased out left. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Lambo can't hook this one back in. It's no good. Wide to the right. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half. Now Brown, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try to win this one.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 24. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 63 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Gordon. Touchdown, Browns! Josh Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Malik McDowell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Jackson now. He finds Bateman over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Now Jackson on first down. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down. Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Able to get this to Gordon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And Lambeau will put this one through. and their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. Browns to a 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30. 117 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Down to the 25. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson forced out to his left. And this is caught by Watkins. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot for Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree. Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game. Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. Yeah, but I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved. You're a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child. You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Cleveland, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.